Hi, it's Matt Potratz, and I incorporated the Christmas tree in again as Christmas is upon us this week. And I considered wearing the Santa stocking cap, but that's just taking it too far, so that's out. As the close of each year approaches, I found myself taking some time to examine my life. As most of us do, I think we compare where I'm at now at the end of this year compared to where I was at when the year began. As I was reflecting, though, I began to examine my life as a whole, and it made me think about how much more fulfilled I am in life now compared to before my life-altering accident. And I couldn't help but ask myself, why and how? My life wasn't perfect before, by any means, but I had so much that should have brought me fulfillment. I guess you could even say that I was winning in a lot of areas of life. But why wasn't my success fulfilling? Today I'm barely known in the field of motivational speakers. The market is flooded with us. I get lost in the shuffle. My book sells well, but it's self-published, and the volume isn't but a tiny fraction of what a published author sells. I'm far from being viewed as a success in the world of speaking and writing, and I make a third of the income I made 5 years ago. And I don't tell you any of this to make you feel sorry for me. Not at all. I tell you these facts so that we can answer the question, how can I be so much more fulfilled now than I was before? The answer? I've become okay with second place. I've heard it said, and even said myself many times, second place is the first loser. And you might be thinking, exactly. Please don't think I'm suggesting that you settle for losing every battle in your life. There's more to this thought. Before you disagree with my stance, let me say that I'm competitive, very, and I love to win. However, striving to be the best, to be first place at all costs, is exhausting. And just that, it's costly. At this point, you might be thinking, so Matt, where are you going with all this? How can second place bring me more fulfillment? When I was snowmobiling, my best friend Tim was more talented than me, and his sleds always seemed to work just a little bit better than mine. There were a lot of days I owned the high mark on the mountain all day, but not when Tim was there. He always outclassed me by a few inches or feet, and we laughed about it, but deep inside I was humiliated. I would say to myself, I've got to lose some body weight, or I need to change the weights of my clutch, or figure out which helix he's running. That lingo may not mean much to you, but the point is, I wanted to find a way to be first. He had 10 years experience on me. It was one of the best I ever rode with. So second place behind him shouldn't have been so bad. In second place, I was in a position to celebrate his accomplishments with him. But I was too caught up in the whirlwind of self, wanting to find a way back to first place. Now, Tim isn't the type of guy that wanted or needed me to celebrate with him, but I'm hoping we can apply this example in life. My body is messed up. I'm slow. I'm in significant pain all day, every day. I'm not going to win any first place trophies. But second place, which is pretty much the same as third place, fifth place, or 10th place, in the sense that you aren't the winner, has become a beautiful place to be in this sport we call life. Inspiring others to reach their success is exponentially more fulfilling than any of my own successes have ever been. The view in second place is sometimes remarkable. I've watched people celebrate their victories. Sometimes they're very first. I've been with people who walked or swam for their personal record in rehab, and I got to celebrate with them. I've talked people away from their suicidal mindset after many of their losses threatened to make them give up on life. I was once so busy striving for first place that I'd never even taken the time to consider the view from second place. There's a good chance you might be thinking, yeah, Matt, but you've been through a life-changing experience. It's a lot easier for you to take second place. But the truth is, friend, after my accident, I tried to rebuild my business career and life back to what it was. I still had first place in the crosshairs, and I still had the same level of intensity, that I had before my accident. The wake-up call itself didn't change me. You've likely been surprised and maybe even confused that Matt Potratz would seriously tell me to settle for second place. Here's why. What transformed my life was the understanding that I'm always in second place. I began to start my day out in second place. I gave God his rightful place in my life, which is first place. There's no longer any motivation to strive for first place because that seat is already full. I heard a saying a while back on the radio. If God is riding co-pilot, switch seats. God won't sit in the second place chair. He'll simply become a spectator and watch you get 8th, 10th, or 15th place until you get your sights off the captain's chair and hand the reins back to him. Only then will he let you find your way back to the healthiest, most fulfilling seat in your life, the new winner's chair, second place.